Hey friends, right out here, and today we're going to be looking at the Lego City. Now, I hate it when people say the Lego City because it's not the only one. It's yours. This is my Lego City, or our Lego City. You have Lunchbox over here. She helps occasionally, mostly by complaining. So, there have been some pretty dramatic changes. We didn't get as far as we wanted this month because we've been busy looking for a new house actually, but we'll see how long that takes to materialize. Probably months or even a year. But we are making progress with what we can as far as what's modular and easy to move. So I want to walk you through some of the stuff we've done and kind of where we're going. Hopefully next month we'll have a section finished to where it'll make sense. So let's look around. Alright, well here we got the main progress. Here we did some curved tracks. I did a video that came out just this last week if you're interested on how I did this. Looks pretty slick, I think, except for maybe some of the spacing here. But these are all oriented the same way, all the underlings, and I think if I reverse these, it might have one gap here in the middle that I can fill in with an extra brick and maybe make it look a little less gappy. I'm going to try that sooner or later when I get to the other ones. But this looks like a brick width, but it won't fit together with brick. Here's my prototypes for the curved train track. You can see that in my instructional video I posted. I'll put a link probably at the end of this. But yeah, that's the main thing. I finally got all the parts to finish the curve. And this, I'm gonna have to get a hacksaw or something and take one of the studs off of here so that it will, see, it only leaves 3 there and looks stupid. So that's a project for another day because there'll be a few of those. And right here I need to figure out something because I just don't like that discontinuity. Alright, so if we zoom out here and not trip over stuff, see, the city is kind of in a mess. Half of it's in the other room, but that is because we zoom around not too terribly. We took this whole side of the city apart, and we'll see why. But first, we zoom back around. No one threw it up yet. Right here, we finally finished this building, and I did a review not too long ago. It looks pretty slick. It's not sitting on anything right at the moment, but we'll fix that when we get organized. You can see it's different on both sides here. It took a while, and as I said in that video, don't use medium lavender. It's ridiculous to find enough pieces. They're not too terribly expensive, but no one has enough to do anything with. Same with the red windows. They look neat though. Alright, so we haven't made much progress. You can see the grain emporium's kind of half and half right now. But what we did, this little half table in the back and this full table, we took them apart and we're going to lay the train track across the back, down here, curved, and go on a finger around the back. And then it'll have the same train track curved around the front, and they'll connect like we showed you on the other side. But, well, here's an example that we used at the beginning. You can see we finally got some pieces to make the train go to test it out. Actually, I had this and this for quite like a couple of months now, but both of these were on back order, and we finally just made it to the Lego store to get a couple this week. And next time they're doing a promotion, we'll get enough to hook it up. And I want to put one of these in the monorail, but it's going to have to take some cleverness because it won't fit without looking stupid. So we'll see what happens with that. We got that. We got the Maersk locomotive. So we got all these put together. This should be all the straight we need to go through the entire back of all of the city. And yes, that is all legit Lego monorail track. And then we got to work on the curves. So that curve section over there is done. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where is it? Back there. 7 more. However, 5 of them are the same, and these 2 are going to be mirrors or backwards somehow, so we got to figure out that one. But it won't take all that much effort. It's just a lot of repetitive work. One problem we are going to run into, though, here we can use this for example. We're going to take these, recess them by 1 stud, and put the wall, I guess, right here in the middle, so that it's not sitting out, so buildings like this don't have the problem where they don't line up. So that therein will be good, because it'll make it a smooth, continuous wall, and then the road plates will be on top, but then you'll have this random blotch of color based on whatever color happens to be there. The problem is they don't sell individual plate colors in bulk. So we're exploring options for what to do about that. We may put a bracket kind of like this to where it just hangs over or something. I don't know. Or I thought of the idea, just buy some gray paint and paint it.
That's one idea.
Yeah, so we'll play around, see which one looks the best. See if we can find paint that relatively matches. Hopefully next week we'll be able to run a train.
That would be exciting.
At least halfway around the city. Next week, next month, whatever I said.
Yeah, next month.
So, yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for all this giant mess to hopefully be cleaned up sooner or later. And we'll catch you next time. Keep it real. You have anything to add?
No. Happy summer.
Oh, and happy Memorial Day.
Yes.
Just remember why we get the day off.
Yes, thank you for your service.
And your sacrifice,
And your sacrifice.
as it were. Alright, we'll see you guys later. Bye.